Sixers, talking Karl-Anthony Towns, were in the Eagles thing last night. Now, at halftime, he came out with a different thing. Came out with a New York Knicks type of sweatshirt type of thing. And he posted on Twitter, Twitter, sweat stains ain't it on ESPN. Had to pull out another fit. Anyway, go Birds. I call BS on you, Karl-Anthony Towns. The bottom line is the PR people from New York Knicks said, yo, Holmes. You're getting all kinds of negative reaction. We don't need a negative reaction. How about you switch it up?
That was the biggest lie in the world. There is not a chance.
The biggest lie in the world.
Not a chance that he was like, you know what, halftime, I'm a little sweaty. Let me change.
But here's the thing. Like, what goes on in the mind of that guy when he decides to do something like that? It's like having no self-awareness whatsoever. It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do and screw the world without thinking, could this come off the wrong way to my own fan base? Like, I just don't understand. These NBA players make me nuts sometimes.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I think the choice to wear it on the bench was bold. I don't think I've ever seen such a bold statement made on the bench. I thought the walk-in, like, hey, he walks in the Eagles gear, or if he finds his way to an Eagles game on a day off. That type of stuff.
You can't do it when you're in Philadelphia. You can do it somewhere else. Your own fan base is paying attention to that, just like we would pay attention to that. You go, all right, I like that. I'm going to represent, but I can't do it here in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'll be honest, I'd feel some type of way if Tyrese Maxey was sitting there on our bench when they play the Mavericks wearing a Cowboy shirt. I'm not going to lie to you. That one would sting a little bit to me. I think I am a little biased because it is a Philadelphia team that he's rocking, but ultimately that's his, that's his home. That's what he's all about. That's what, that's all he is.
Yeah, I get it, but you can't do it on the bench when you're playing the Sixers.
Yeah, but that's his heart right there. He's a South Jersey guy. He likes the
That's
Birds.
his heart? What is making him a wealthy man right now?
The NBA. He was made wealthy by a different city before New York. It's not like New York just gave him everything.
I started another radio station in this town, right?
Yeah.
Is that my heart? Like, if I'm on remote, can I wear a sweatshirt for the competitor?
No.
Of course not. It would look like I'd be an idiot.
Yeah, but that would be like you wearing like a different music station. Like this isn't like he's wearing the Sixers jersey. He's got an Eagles.
Okay, if I wore a Preston and Steve sweatshirt on our show that's on YouTube, which then dilutes our own morning show, would that be appropriate?
I don't know, man.
Of course it's not appropriate.
It's all under the same umbrella over here.
It doesn't matter. We would be saying, our morning show of choice is that over our own.
I get what you're saying. I don't necessarily see the parallel exactly with it. Like, to me, I don't see with this one specifically. I think it's a very bold move going on the bench. I think that's probably where the line goes over.
It's a very bold move, is your comment? It's a very bold move?
I think
it's not an inappropriate move?
He's done the walk-in before in an Eagles jersey. Like, it's not like we're all shocked that Karl-Anthony Towns is wearing something Eagles. The shocking fact is that he did it on the bench.
All right, listen, whatever. You are listening to the Mike Missanelli Show on WPEN and WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. All right, can we go back?
Well,
I'm laughing at something.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Who could have written this? Who wrote this?
I don't know. Spell check doesn't exist.
I got a sheet in front of me that I'm reading the legal ID that I just read.
You go right ahead. You take it.
Says, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, COMPCAST.
Yeah. I mean.
All right. Well.
Maybe everybody's found out there's a new rebrand with the whole Sixers deal.
Exactly what I was just going to say. It's a new rebrand. Now that they partnered with the 76ers, they threw a P in there.
It's the Comcast.
P for Philadelphia.
For the competition over the last 2 years between them.
All right. Let's get to the text. There's a lot of Sixers text, and then we got to get to my man Spanky. He's been hanging. Sean Rahman back at the studio. What do you got?
Yeah, Hugh from Media checking in. He says, I 100% agree with Mike on Joel era being over. I support him and don't blame him for what happened early on, but now we need an exit plan to move on. Too bad he's got half a decade left on his contract.
And that's the other galling part. He's I don't know. I've heard some things. I heard an ex-NBA player say that during the Olympic trial, the training and all this, LeBron was constantly on his ass to work harder physically.
Okay, like if you heard that, I can't say I heard something different.
When I answered people, and they go, "Well, you can't help it that he's hurt. It's not his fault." Well, in a lot of ways, it could be. All right, I don't think you can just scratch out the possibility that he hasn't kept himself in the proper NBA shape to be a superstar. Enough shape to get by, but not to be an NBA superstar. It is possible that is the case.
I mean, I think if you want to go back to a lot of the conversation surrounding should he go to the Olympics, a lot of people thought, hey, you hope the habits of some of those champions wore off and hope that he brought some of what they have back to Philadelphia. And it certainly doesn't feel like that's happened this year. I can't tell you that, like, that argument going into the Olympics was something that I believed in, and coming out of it, I don't think that there's been the adaptation to what they do night in and night out to have themselves ready and to go win. So I can't tell you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, well, I think it's gone totally differently. Leading up to the Olympics, rehab and all that stuff, sure. What's been post-Olympics, the fact that he played in the Olympics and then we were talking about not being ready for opening night is still mind-boggling to me. And the one thing that freaks me out the most about this whole thing is I think it was The Athletic. I think it was Sam Amick who we had on, where they were talking about, did the Sixers know anything about the knee when they signed that extension? It was like, yeah, well, there's a chance. There's a chance that something
Well, they said they did.
Yeah.
But they thought they could manage it. Now, on what earth can you manage an injury through an entire season and all of a sudden expect a guy to be Superman in the playoffs? Really? What do we do? Are we stupid? Like, are we supposed to take that guy? No, I think they're going to do the right thing. I think that, as long as he's healthy for the playoffs, they're like, well, what on earth that ever happened?
Well, there's no way in the world this was the plan for this season. This bad, like the way that it's gone specifically for him. There's no way he was only supposed to play 13 of the first 39 games. I can't believe that was the case for this season.
All right, let's get to Spanky from Overbrook. Spanky, how you doing, buddy? Good to hear from you.
What's up, sir?
Hello, Spank.
Yeah, if I can talk to you, Mike. What's going on?
Thanks, buddy.
So, Mike, I feel some type of way. First, I'm going to talk about Jalen, but let me get on this Sixers point, right?
Okay.
So, when they first got Paul George, I had bought this nice Sixers shirt. I don't really like to do that. I'm not really a jersey dude. I buy stuff for fashion because I like to look good in it, right? So I bought this nice Phillies Sixers shirt. It's tan with the blue trim and red letters and stuff. It looks beautiful. I was going to wear it with my Timbs and my jeans. I don't even want to wear it now, Mike, man. I'm disappointed in this team. I don't like this team. I'm at the point right now. We was in the bar watching the game yesterday, me and my wife. And it's crazy I just said my wife. And we watching the game, and I don't feel nothing for this team no more, Mike. And it's a shame because we just had so much high hopes for this team when they got this boy, Paul George. It's horrible to even watch him, Mike. It's just horrible. And we was talking to this dude. He had season tickets. He said, I don't even want to go. He said, I'm trying to get rid of it. Nobody really feels for this team no more. They might as well just go ahead and blow it up and be done. I'm done with them. I don't want to watch them until the Sixers, till the Eagles is over, and I'm going to just let it be. Now, I got to say something, too, about Jalen, right?
Go ahead.
So, Mike, what's making me mad, right, is that how come we just can't have a quarterback that we don't got to worry about if he can or can't do this? Now, I never really liked Donovan McNabb. I thought he was corny. His persona. I thought he was corny. I still think he's corny. Yeah. But what I loved about the fact is that at least you knew we had a quarterback and we didn't have to worry about whether or not can he throw, will he win his games, because Donovan played. Why can't we just have a quarterback like that, Mike? And what makes me mad about this Jalen stuff is sometimes it's his smugness that makes me mad. And I don't want to be going into games wondering not. We shouldn't be worrying about if our quarterback can win us games. I don't like that. It's uneasy, and I think that's what people is kind of feeling like right now. Like,
what do you feel? What smugness? Like, describe that to me. What do you mean by that?
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When they won that Pittsburgh game, right? The first thing that come out is that what y'all wanted to see? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like that. I don't like that, Mike, man. Let's win the game. Do what you can do, but don't give us that. Is that what y'all wanted to see? Like, you do it all the time. Like, come on with the BS. I just want a quarterback. When we go into a games, why do we always have to feel like can he not do this, or why are we winning in spite of? Or I know he makes big plays, and don't get me wrong, he wins, and it's always about wins. But I'm tired of having to wonder if this dude can be every week. That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, no, I got you, Spanky. You're raising good points. So let me adjust a couple. Like, the smugness is interesting because can we play that what he said? Like, because I thought he was a little smug when he said, "You guys need to understand I play to win." Can we hear that, Sean? Can we hear that quote again? I know you've been playing it on the updates.
Yes, give me one second.
All right, that's here. Let's examine this comment here.
I think you guys need to understand that I don't play the game for anything other than to win. And my role in each game will be different, and the approach in each game is different. Ultimately, it's about winning the game. You know, we're talking about playoff football.
He's not wrong when he says that. He's only wrong when he says you guys need to understand. That's not the media needs to understand. It's like, this is what people think of you. It's like, as the media, I'm just asking you the question. So that was semi-smug, but I get it. Here's the way I look at it. I don't think he's incapable of throwing the football. I really don't. I think the Eagles have buttoned him down for the benefit of this particular team. Because early on when he was turning the ball over, they go, we can't win with him turning the ball over. We have the certainties of this team that we need to rely on. Now, at the time, defense wasn't really that solid, but they believed that the defense was going to be that solid, and they knew they had Barkley. So the only thing that could pull them down was him playing recklessly and throwing the ball and turning it over. So they decided to tailor it to whether he knows it or not. They have decided to tailor him. So is that pretty accurate?
Yeah. Oh, and I think he absolutely knows it. I think his hesitancy to rip it into some spots is very much indicative of the fact you've been told, hey, don't go out there and lose this football game.
I don't think that he knows that.
You don't think so?
No, because like he has too much pride to give into that. They have somehow been able to convince him that this is the best way to win, and they've plugged into his sense of winning. Like, whatever the coach tells you is going to win, that's it. And so he'll buy into that without looking at it like it's a slight to him. When the reality is, it is a slight to him. They don't believe in him to the extent of letting him throw high-risk throws. It's like when you're 3rd and 12. Like, they gave up that. They didn't believe that he was going to make that throw. So 3rd and 18 or whatever it was. We'd rather go this way. I think that they have not conned him, but convinced him that the way you've played all your life is the best way. We just do whatever we need to do to win.
It's interesting. It's something I think we could dive into a little bit more, because I don't know if necessarily that's the exact way I view it, but I understand where it comes from.
All right, I got you. 610-632-0975. Dick Vermeil joins us this hour. He'll be on with us at 11:25. And more car questions. Like, the first generation of the Chevrolet Corvette was introduced in what year, Ray?
Oh.
Was it 1953, 1954, 1850, or 1960?
Oh, wow, that 1850 really speaking to me. 1954.
1954 is your answer? I think it's 1960, but let's see. 1954 is incorrect.
I'm falling apart over here.
All righty. Well, we're back after this.
Hey everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos, it's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.